Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Jeeves here, the Avocado Show. If you're not watching this live, then you're watching this probably right now on YouTube, and you're catching this a little later. How's everybody doing? What's going on? I have my usual suspects here in the chat, and they're shouting out to you guys right now. We have a fairly full day, but unfortunately I have a cutoff time today, so we're going to get right to it. We're going to be doing some cheese and some donos. It's been a very unique, challenging week for me, and this is going to be the last stream for about 10, maybe 12 days, because I'm going to go do the number one son with my brother thing and take care of my mother after surgery, so I'm going to have to focus on that. So I decided I'm coming in today. We're doing this. So, but let's just get going. I hope you guys are doing well. It's hump day here in the in this half of the world, and for my friends in Australia and stuff, it's over the hump day. Champagne Thursday, Friday. I don't know. Do we have a name for Thursdays? Is Thursdays called anything? Oh, I'll miss you guys too. Who knows? Maybe I'll just stream from the beach and talk bubbles if I take a break. But that's no fun. Nobody wants to hear me talk bubbles from the beach, right? Streaming on my cell phone. I don't even know how to stream from my cell phone. That would be kind of funny. So, excuse me. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So what we're going to do is we are going to start off with some Wheel of Cheese. And I've kind of like that now. So we're going to start off with some queso fresco, and then we'll go to queso pobre, and then we'll get into the donos. And so let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to have to switch the window. I got to do it manual again. Don't worry, this is not the wheel population. Let me do this here really quick. And let's go ahead and clear the deck, because, you know, it's not the size of the deck that counts. It's how you spin it. Okay, so this is it right here. Am I right? Am I right? Is this it? Yes, it is. Are you guys ready for Wheel of Cheese? I think we're doing this. Let's go. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, Li Marmota Li. It's about time, too, because last time I think twice we spin the wheel last time, and you were just at the, like, very narrow end of that, so I don't even, is he here? Watch, he probably, like, put his name in there and he bailed and he doesn't get to hear me do this thing. Oh, man. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Is that an L or an I? Oh, there it is. We are going to be listening to a track from a song called, or from a band called Hatebeak. Is it Hatebeak? I don't know if I've never heard of that. And the name of the track is, it's metal. So we're definitely starting in with some metal, okay? So this one is called Bird Seeds of Vengeance. All right, man. So here we go. The little message he left here is, Hatebeak is a very unusual band since the lead vocalist is a little parrot named Waldo. And every track is a reference to birds like bird like this track, which is called Bird Seed of Vengeance. All right. Well, this is going to be really interesting. See if I can differentiate the difference between a heavy metal bird lead vocal and any other one I might. Let's see what this is all about, gang. Let's go.
I am not a parrot.
I guess maybe they sampled the screeching. Laugh. The track is smoking. Honestly, the parrot voice sounds like almost any other lo-fi affected vocals in some of more modern metalcore. Oh shit, they're gonna come for me now. The track is great. Well, that's funny, Robo. The backing tracks were smoking as can be, as authentic ripping metal as anything else. Obviously, it didn't have like something where it was something repetitive to like hookish, except for just balls to the wall, you know, chugging and riffage going on there. Funny enough, though, the parrot in the background, I kind of get that. That's kind of gitchy. I guess this is really a thing where these guys have music throughout their project that's very similar to what we heard, but they just have the squawking of a parrot. And like I said, you know, the funny thing is kind of like if you didn't tell me that it was a parrot. Uh-oh. I can see all the fingers getting prepped by the metalcore and the hardcore people going, this mother, we better not say it, this son of a... I said, but still yet, if you didn't tell me it was a parrot, it could have been any other performance that I may have heard, at least the way it registers in my brain and my hearing, that I would have said, huh, that's a unique lo-fi approach for the lead vocals or something like that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we talked about this last week. There's so much more trickery going into... taking the squealers and the growlers and those performers and doing a unique thing with their voices. I'm going, so maybe they modeled somebody's voice and sent it through a parrot emulator? I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh, shit. Look at this. I'm such a pig. I have just garbage laying around. That's garbage. Actually, no, it's not. It's just a bag I forgot to clean up. Anyhow, that's pretty funny. I'm just saying. Okay, next up is going to be queso pobre. This is usually our fattest slice of cheese before we go into Dono Nation. Dono Nation. Oh, shit, that's funny. Instead of donation, Dono Nation, and forget it. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm so stupid. Here we go. Copyright that. Let's go. Best nation in the world. Dono Nation. Oh, I'll put it Dono Nation, and then in the middle I'll put the bingo card. How about that? All right, here we go. Let's see what queso. Yeah, I'm going to change. I'm going to keep that name to Dono Nation. That's what we're doing. Here we go. Boom, boom, and boom. All right. That's not too gnarly of a... I don't know about that. Jesus. Here we go. We speening. Here we go. Queso pobre. Plenty fat cheese for everybody here. Who's in it? Uh-oh, in the blue? No, yes. Oh, didn't drift into the blue. That was close. Okay, boing, boing, boing. Let's see what boing, boing, boing wants. Oh, this is coming from Fantasy Island, number 15. I mean, Final Fantasy. Sorry, Theater of the Mind. I saw half the word, and then I read it, and whatever. This one is called Hellfire. Ooh, just made it under that 7-minute notch. Quit laughing at me, you guys laughing at me. Man, I'm old. I'm eating prunes. You guys are supposed to laugh at me. I went on my new app for old people for dating called Carbon Dating, and there was nothing there for me but coal. Okay, here we go. This one is called Hellfire. Let's do this. All right. Beautiful. This piece is traversing through different energy environments. It's bold and bombastic, but it's not heavy. Not like it's a thick orchestral presence. Yeah, Judgment, this is very battly. Uh-oh, French horn rip. Just adjacent to pirate music. I like that it's larger bombastic. They have just that one violin keeping that lead, that melody together. I like those canned riffs. It's very guttural fight boss music. I'm assuming that this is what it is. But a lot of it is, you know, the orchestrating and the writing behind it is fairly, how do I say this? Mellow, but it's the pounding of the percussion that's taking it all home, in my opinion. That's a good way to put it, Lisa. That's what I was trying to kind of get across in it when I was saying it just doesn't sound like it's like bolstered out, pumped. Well, it's in a 6/8 now, but I don't know if I'm recalling. Did it do a meter change up, or has it always been this? That's what it felt like in a month. Big piece, man. Is this one, for those of you who play this game, is this one piece through a whole boss fight? So the piece sounded like it was composed for maybe a cutscene or something, only because I know nothing of the game except for me playing a little of the Final Fantasy VII. There were some change-ups that were in there that were pretty obvious or evident without a doubt. I just when I listen to something like that, I don't know if that's a continual thing that's happening behind a boss fight. And it just goes until it stops, and maybe it does a hard fade if you kill the guy or something of that nature. But it sounds like perhaps it had to do with something. Maybe it was not a demo. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a trailer. But it's 6 minutes. It's a long ass trailer. It was a great piece. Very pounding. Very. You know what? I don't want to get to a place because I'm in a special mood today, as you guys know, where I say something that's like not celebratory because I that's my thing. But it was just above predictable for me. I enjoyed it. But the predictability for me of certain things were, okay, I see that. Okay, that's where it's going. We did repeat a couple times, the areas where we heard the French horn rips. Remember? Right. So maybe that was a looping point, perhaps, in the game. But it was very well put together to keep you on pace, to be anxietied out and keeping the tones of the bottom with all the pounding and the percussion. It just keeps you in that kind of thumpy, whoa, rah, 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 kick your ass, even though you're skinny, or something, whatever. I don't know. All right, guys, we're doing Dono. You doing Dono, I'm doing Dono. We are now in Do Nation. Dono Nation. There's a new shirt. So actually, we're going to start with Shadow. So Shadow... because I do have quite a few donos here, and I have some very generous ones as well, so thank you guys very much. But I'm coming in with Shadow right now, and let's see what Shadow wants for us for his 40K contribution. Are you here, Shadow? What's going on, brother? Where are you at? No, I did two wheels. I did a Fresco, and I did a Pobre. And then I'll do some more at the end. Let's see what Shadow wants. Shadow wants some heavy metal, is what he's talking about. So Shadow would like us to check out Light This City, the name of the band, and the song is Facing the Thousands. One of my favorite song intros, female singer. All right, let's do this. There's Shadow. What's going on, brother? Did you guys get the rain yet? The rain just passed us. Should be over you right about now or on the way, I'm thinking. All right, guys. Now we are into Dono Nation. Shadow starting us off. Here we go. This is a little low in volume. There it is. Heavily bathing in some traditional power metal. Wow, listen to that. Looks like a small plate on the snare. banging, man. That is very kimchi worthy. Damn. Shadow, when was the first time you heard of this band? Live. Was this out in the Big Island? This is where they do that trickery with their vocals that I really love. I'll explain in a second. What a ball-bashing track that was. So I'm doing a little homework right now. And so Shadow, I guess, yeah, they came from the Bay Area in 2002. And the lead singer is Laura Nickel. And it does sound like it has more of a visceral, meaty connection. I mean, it's considered metal. What is it? Mellow death. Metal. But it has a little bit, to me, the sound had a little bit more of some connective tissue, if you would, to the more original core. Darker, heavier, stuff like that. Her performance was insane. But there was something I was getting ready to point out. I was doing this while we were listening to it. Is earlier when I was talking about the techniques that engineers... Now, I don't know when this particular track was released, 9 years ago, according to this on YouTube. But the oversaturation of one of her vocal passes, and they used it to kind of make it even darker and gnarlier. Unless, obviously, in most cases I am wrong, and maybe there's another vocalist that contributes now and then. But there was that one section that really pulled those vocals way, way down there. Something else I loved about this is it took 2 minutes to get into the vocals. And for me, not knowing what to expect vocally gave me a really good time to just marinate in the musicianship. You know, and the riffage and everything that was going on there, as well as the fact that I had time to enjoy the engineering. That was a really trippy plate they were using on the snare to give it that sound, but it was a buster. That was a ball buster, Shadow. Thank you so much for bringing it in the house and batten down the hatches. The rain's coming. It wasn't that much. It went by in about 2 hours, but it dumped a bit. Yeah, there's a break in the clouds now, so. Thanks, Shadow. All right. Okay, let's get ourselves into Dono Notion. Okay, so I'm going to be starting from top Dono through. I have altogether, it looks like I got about, I got quite a few Donos, but we're doing it. Ginger, is you in the house, brother? What you doing, Ginger? Where are you? Where are you, Ginger? Well, I hope you're here because that was a very considerate donation. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. There you are. Ginger wants us to listen to a band. The name of this band is called Cynthoni, like Cynthia Oni, Cynthoni. And this is called Cynthoni of Flames. Last time I donated, we listened to Sewer Elvivist's final track, Goodbye. And now I want to share something from their new album, or new alias, Cynthoni. Maybe that's what it is, Cynthoni? Cynthoni of Flames is a rework of Mr. Kill Myself, their atmospheric jungle breakcore track from 5 years ago. We've listened to the original before, but with amount of music you listen to, I wouldn't be surprised if it slips your mind. So true. Ginger, thank you very much. Happy hump day to you. That was very generous. Let's see what Ginger's bringing us for our ear holes. Kind of like the artwork. Maybe a low and slow come in. I love the slow grow of this. I'm loving more and more this style of music. Such polar opposites in the emotional pull. Just allows you to sink in and marinate with it. Is that a little bit of dubsteppy bass? I really like this, man. It's got that magical thing that I have no idea how to do, is to sit there and let 8 bars of something play. My mind gets too nervous when I'm writing music like this, and I put in a change and forget about the power of rinsing and letting something soak in like this. So Lisa, you're saying that it would be a little more blah, 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 blah. Hey, delightful. Welcome. I see. The wub wubs, yeah. There's a sweeping sequence that's great back there. There's a couple of them. This is like the sensation of when propofol hits. Like you get all anxiety getting ready for surgery, and all of a sudden, all right, here we go. I love this texture here. Like their version of cut time. Yeah, I feel you there, Doc Doom. There's a hopeful arrangement in here. With the chord changes, almost like a very free, I describe it as very freeing. Like a pulling open of, letting the light in. Seriously, and even though this music is cooking, there's a very unique peacefulness in it. I don't know why. I mean, that's the way I feel about it. I'm just saying. You need to put that on the bingo card too when I say, I'm just saying. Rose step is a thing, huh? What I love about this, it almost feels like this is the same exact structure of the changes that were actually going on behind all the rest of the heaviness. So like in this mix, you know, the last minute and a half, they pulled out everything and they just let these pads glide into this kind of oblivious, you know, empty rooms kind of vibe. That was a really great track. It put my mind in a place where the pad that we just heard that was ending it, for some reason, that's that thing. You guys, I say it all the time. That thing where it's almost like an anesthetizing. I always use this every now and then as an example. You know how you get, like, if you ever get blood taken, or, you know, maybe going into surgery, they use those bigger needles, but they always give you a little shot of something to numb the area first so the big needle isn't such a pain. I almost feel that's what the pads do to me. It's like having that numbing shot that just makes you feel, you know, and you're obviously not getting a buzz, but in the area of impact, if you would, it's a little bit of a numbing vibe that makes the rest of it kind of glide in there. And yeah, anesthesia for the, yeah, that's it. And when used with this, I guess you guys said drum and bass. How would I say dumb and dumber? Drum and bass or jungle. You guys were kind of going back and forth. I wouldn't know. I'm listening to you guys have the conversation, and I'm watching over here going, oh, is it? You know, or like I was questioning what was dubstep and stuff like that. But I love that. I love that they really did move around a lot. They didn't just stay packed in that, you know, once that, you know, that they were able, they pulled it out, they let it stretch, they took one of them and they put a sweet filter on it and stuff like that. But it was very, for me, I was here and I wasn't here because I was just getting into the track. That was an excellent listen. Ginger, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And that was a very kind dono. I do appreciate it. Makuzia. How are you, Makuzia? Good to have you. Oh, yeah. Like, this is a surprise to us. Guys, Makuzia has us listening to some Ado. So we're going to go now on Autopilot. That was so bad. I'm sorry, Makuzia. I didn't mean to, I didn't mean to bring it to that level, making a bad joke. But you see, 1 a.m.'s banning me. Everyone's banning me already. I'm just saying. So you guys already know how much of a fan of hers I am. As a matter of fact, I think I cut too many Ado pieces from our stream and put it up on that other channel, but I just can't help it. She's so, and the last one that you turned us on to had a different kind of vibe with her because she had another artist on with her, that live thing that you showed us. And there was a part of me that said that she was being honorable, or maybe, you know, so that she could sing with that singer and not sing over that singer because of her incredible talent. And, you know, that's, you know, I sensed that. But I could be wrong. Anyhow, Makuzia, here we go. This song is called Value by the artist Ado. Let's go with Ado. That yodel. I love the subtle backgrounds in that. Wow. Oh, I love it. This is written in a cut time. I was expecting a stack play. Almost seems like background tracking to Polyphia would be working on. Could you imagine Polyphia and Ado together? Oof. I mean, I would easily say that Ado and Tim Henson are at that level of skill set where that would be complementary. Even those background vocals are so spot on with those yodel breaks. Listen to that bass tone. Oh shit, was that it? Man, the bass on that, they had kind of a deep sub house bass on it that was mostly connected. I was listening to it. I didn't have an opportunity to say it because the song's so damn short. And every time I listen to her, Makuzi, I'm just like, can you keep going, please? Can we get more out of it? Then I turn around, it's almost over. I didn't get a chance to get it out there. But the bass sound that they were using was a connected deep sub bass. That really would have rattled and resonated if you would have had, headsets that were a little more attuned into that frequency and stuff like that. The production on this, like I said earlier, kind of reminded me of something that Polyphia might do or have fun with. I don't know why in my mind all of a sudden listening to this, particular track, and then I thought about Polyphia, and then I started thinking, oh my God, what an incredible combo that might be if it ever happens, would be to have her and Polyphia do something together, because they are of that avant-garde artistry, and stuff like that. The track was wonderful. I loved the hook. I also loved how they snuck us into the hook. I thought before we were into the hook, I looked up at the clock and said, man, that sounded like the hook, and we're 33 seconds into it. But it was kind of a little soft ginger dance until they got into the punch. And then the other thing is that unique thing she does with her voice, that's that yodel break that she does. How tight it sounds in the background vocals as well is just insane. Makuzi, I can't tell you how much I enjoy the fact that you've taken me down, or us, down this auto path. I would have never had the opportunity in my life, I don't think, to ever have heard this. Well, truth be told, from a lot of you guys because of this journey, but I think Ado is one of the more exquisite enjoyments now. It's almost like a caviar. Ooh, she's bringing out Ado. Ooh, everybody look at the cat. Ooh, open it slowly. Everybody, small spoonfuls, please, because it's very powerful. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me. So, anyhow, Makuzia, thank you so much for hanging out, and I'm glad you dropped by today and had the opportunity. I appreciate it. Next up, we have SB. SB would like us, first of all, how are you, SB? Would like us to listen to, oh, I know these guys. I like these guys. You guys are going to like these guys if you don't know these guys, but you'll like them. Guys, this is Architects. Powerful band, great prog fusion metal band. The name of the song here is Black Hole. And the message is, good morning in the middle of the heat wave here in Oz. How hot is it? I'm changing things up slightly today. Normally I request Aussie artists, but today I'm requesting a track by the UK band, only because this is their last single from their upcoming album, and I'm calling it early that the album will be my 2025 favorite. I saw them live a couple years ago, and they played 23 tracks in total, and it truly was outstanding. Enjoy. All right, SB, This is for you. Let's go. All right. And thank you for that kind donation. Oh, hit the rocks. Ooh, I love that. What he did there with his voice. Jesus. Do you hear the sounds like it hitting metal? At least in that pre-chorus there was like a bang. It's almost like it's another advancement in guitar tones. What do you say and where do you start with something like this? I guess one of the first things that hit me with this is when you saw me got really excited, I go, oh. You know that famous scene that they use sometimes as a quick cut chop to Leonardo Catastrophe sitting on his chair watching TV, and he's like, that when he's going, that right there. Leonardo Capra, that guy. Where he went from that clean, I think somebody else mentioned it too, where he went from that clean right into that growl, but just as almost a gliss was how that was there was just freaking extraordinary. Once again, we're talking about that we talked about last week now, how engineering has become such a landmark event in listening to tracks now, at least in these genres. The textures in which the growls were re-engineered, not re-engineered to take any authenticity away from the growling, but to give it different tonal depth in layering it, like maybe taking one track and then doubling it and really sloping off the high and the low ends to get it very MIDI sounding, or slope it all the way off at 500 to get it very bottom, so it adds another, like it's almost sound like an octave drop. I don't know enough about those kind of talents to say he did or didn't do certain things vocally that I heard, but it's just amazeballs. Especially the hook was nice and clean. And that's that thing where, you have to, I find that people are more expanding themselves or opening up themselves to listening to more grindier, gnarlier metal like this with those insane vocals, and then have the cleaner melodies and stuff when it came to the hook. The other thing, though, that I was listening to is the guitar tones. Like I said, it's a whole different level up of tones. And I think that's also important, too, because as musicians and arrangers become a lot more percussively inclined, chugs and all kinds of change-ups in the riffs and stuff like that, if you take some of that higher-end saturation off and stuff like that, it just sounds like there's a little better dig in with the picking of that chugging and all that sort of funness. The one thing I will say, though, is I think we may be in an odd holding pattern in pushing beyond something new with engineering of drums. I'm just saying. Drummer crushed it. I'm talking engineering. I'm talking about the sounds that we're getting used to hearing on all these new releases. Like there isn't, to me, I am not hearing an expansive change on kick tones and compression and snares and stuff. There's something now beginning to sound pretty uniform, and I'm like, I notice it now, maybe because I'm Bobo that way, but there seems to be now a little bit more of a uniform sound to a lot of metal drums in more current production. Metalcore, death metal, how do you do, all the subgenres and stuff seems to be, like, I recognize it, heard that, recognize it, heard that, recognize it. And I'm wondering if engineers are falling into that thing too, where they try to sound like the next one that comes around. So I haven't heard anything really spectacularly different in engineering with drums as much as I have in engineering and retooling guitar tones or vocal tones in growling or bass tones. It just seems that right now the drums in their engineering have kind of sat in this homogeneous pit. And I know probably every engineer right now is getting ready to fire on me right now, but it's not a bad thing I'm saying. It's just like I don't see as much as an advancement in sounds in engineering as I do with the rest of what's happening. I don't know. I think I'm just expressing myself. It's not a ding. I'm not pooping on anybody's game there. I mean, that's extraordinary amount of work to get the sounds like that. It's just now sounding kind of packaged, like the go-to sound. Anyhow, did I have an opinion? Thank you so much, SB. And I hope you're doing well. Sorry, it's so hot over there, right? So how many degrees is it in petroglyphs? Okay, Judgment Kazi. We're going to be doing some more Fatboy Slim from Judgment Kazi. Bow, bow, bow. You go hungry. Okay. Oof. Oh my goodness, a long message here. Since you're taking a break from streaming for a while, I figured I'd throw in a few extra clams for you. Thank you for the clam sauce. I just got hired for my next teaching gig, so I have a little extra. Hey, congratulations. Guys, we have a teacher in the house. Anytime anybody's taking the time to teach, tip in the hat, toast you with a drink, smoke them if you got them. Congratulations, my friend. Make sure to check out the background I gave, though. Okay, so here's the background. Hey, Jeeves, since you asked for part 2, I had to send you my absolute favorite track they've done. Since you also asked for information about the artist in my absence, I figured now would be a good time as any. Norman Cook, a.k.a. Fatboy Slim, is one of the most famous DJs in the world. He's been rocking the world for over 40 years with his iconic songs that sample from samples across cinema and music. In many cases, the samples have become more known for his songs than the original sources. I believe that. While he has many hits like the Rockefeller Skank, Weapon of Choice, and Right Here, Right Now, the one that holds my heart is Praise You. It's known for its killer lyrics from the track Take Your Praise by Camille Yarborough. However, if you want the rest of the samples, you can go follow the link provided below just in case. All right, Judgment Kazi. Thank you so much. And once again, congratulations on your teaching gig. That's so freaking cool, bro. You have no idea. All right, here we go. I like the warbly playback. Sounds like it's on a little lopsided 45.
We've come a long, long way together, through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should.
That is so unique, and I so like it. I really like it. This is a great porch beer drinking, sunset, passing around the Dutchie on the left hand side, kind of. I like that. I have to praise you like I should. I like that little dusty guitar riff. That almost sounds like a real Road 73. Monophonic synthy vibe right here. Wank, 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 wank.
We've come a long, long way together, through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should.
Oh, nice. You gotta admit, though, the bass playing is lighting it up. That's where you're saying, Judgment, the reason why people may know this more than the original sample is from all the licensing in the movies. I mean, this track can go in just about any type of background. But, you know, I kind of hear it in a Quentin Tarantino kind of vibe. I wonder if he had to do a derivative rights licensing. But he lets it go in a untraditional kind of way. Almost like he unplugged everything and just let the final source just kind of tap through. That was a really fun track. And of course, Judgment, like you said, an infusion of all these samples to create this. Like, I wonder if he did have to do what kind of licensing actually came from this, because it's a derivative of multiples in percentages. Either way you look at it, though, it has such a classic sound to it that a track like this, I could see getting incredible amount of licensings, because it could be incorporated into just about anything, because it hits that. And it's also produced the sound of it very nostalgic. Geez, I gotta turn my air conditioning down. Stand by, or my fan. Up, get out the bingo cards. It's cold. Oh my God, sorry, bingo. You already there? That was close. Oh, guys, check this out. I haven't played this in years. Don't worry, I'm not going to play it now. But this is my classical. Oops, I lost my technique. But yeah, it's out of tune and stuff. So I was thinking around with it, and then I realized that that I sucked. No, I'm gonna take it in and I'm gonna get it set up. I'm gonna actually drop the action a little bit and get back into maybe a little more classical guitar. Look at that thing. It's a beauty, ain't it? Look at that. It's a beauty. Proceeds to play anyway. Shut up. I love getting old. Now I can suck because I'm old. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the Armada is out. I've been doing a lot of acoustic work for this kids song project thingy. Hi la la. Okay, sorry, I digress for everybody. What am I doing now? Oh, patty cakes coming hot with that. Oh, shit. Patty cakes. Wow, bruh. Ow. That hurt. Did you see patty cakes comment? Ouch. Yes, as a matter of fact, a coral reefer, you're up next. Let's go. So a coral reefer, is this your first time also coming in? I'd forgive me if because I'm old. I didn't see your name pop up quite a bit. If you've been lurking for a while, maybe you've done a couple things, but thank you so much. Very kind of your donation. Let's see what we got going here. Well, welcome in, my friend. Let's all say hi to a coral reefer. I kind of like that too, a coral reefer. So you smoke blunts while you're diving, or you're a microbiologist, or you only surf in coral entrances and little holes in the reef for surfing, something like that. Well, good. It's your first time here too. Everybody, look, it's his first time here too. So let's give him the aloha. Well, welcome. And you're up now. So let's see what Coral Reefer is bringing us on our first journey together with his music. Something special. So the name of this artist is Odesza. Odesza. Name of the song is I Can't Sleep. And listen to these guys last year. Listen to these guys live last year. All I can say is their production is insane, if not the best production I've ever seen. Their live shows are a must to go see if they ever go on tour again. They just finished their tour. There's not much to say other than to listen to one of their songs. Unfortunately, I can't find a good video of the song live. Most are recorded from phone, and the quality isn't good. I appreciate that. Thank you. Not that we haven't done that before, but I thank you for honoring that aspect in our audiophile experience. Unfortunately, luckily I found a video with good audio only. Okay, good. All right, a Coral Reefer, thank you so much. That was a very kind dono. And here we go. First timer here in the chat. We're listening to our music all together here. Let's go. Coral Reefer, what would you consider this genre? I really like this. I'm really intrigued by this. Okay, here comes the peel back. Oh, wow. So this was a snippet from a live performance. So maybe we're getting a direct... Well, we're either one of two things. We're catching a playback source, or we're catching an organic source. At some point, maybe there was a line out from the console that was being recorded, and that's what this was. If, in fact, hearing the live people in the background wasn't an addition to the recording, it could have been. I was really intrigued by this, Coral Reefer. I think it's because, like this and the track before, you know, the assembly of samples or loops, or taking things and letting it marinate and sit long enough in a sequence that it really just kind of permeates your being present. That's the best way I can put it. Watching you guys talking about the different kinds of genres that it is you know, I've given up. I admitted today from now on, I give up on trying to genre pin it. I'm just going to ask you guys because there's so many of those smaller variations. I liked what Lisa had written, that it was a little combo of like kind of a dubstep in there along with other styles. And I think this was just posted 2 months ago, but I don't know if that's when it was released. You know, if maybe somebody grabbed this file and this could have been something from 6 months ago, a year ago, or something of that nature. But it's a very seductive kind of a sound, and I'm vibing that this kind of music is we're gonna see a lot more of a presence of this kind of engineered electronic mosh of all these different styles that really circulate around ambient ethereal work. So whether you get that through, you know, using reverbs and delays, or whether you get that by constructing, you know, pads that have really wide, slow releases so they melt over each other. That's just kind of like I can only say that's in the headspace I'm in, and that's why I'm enjoying it. But I thought it was a great track, Coral Reefer. And you said a drum line. Funny you should say that about a drum line. Did you guys read his comments? Is that they're well known for their drum line? So I guess you're saying I recognize that in the thumbnail. So I guess you're saying that they're maybe more they're better known for live performances, and of course a derivative of that would be recorded performances. But I detected a drum line kind of vibe in that performance percussively. I don't know why. I was thinking Blue Man Group or something like that. If that's anything, I hope that's not a shiv to everything. But, you know, hang on. I'm reading Roadkill's thing here. Let's see. Me saying I've given up on genre play reminds me of a game composer by the name of Darren Korb. His music was very different. No one could pin a genre on it, and he couldn't invent his own name for the genre. Oh yeah, I get it. Acoustic frontier trip hop. Well, I guess if you got to call it something, you might as well get, you know. But that's what it is. Excuse me. But hey, but thank you again. Welcome aboard here on the journey, and thanks for coming on the stream. I really appreciate it. As well as for you folks who are lurking really quick, let me just tell you, if you haven't participated or anything, we do have a form where you can get in on the Wheel of Cheese. You can put your name, your profile name, and put in your, you know, song, nothing over 7 minutes, or it gets automatically punted. And then I spin the Wheel of Cheese, and it might land on you. It doesn't have to do anything with any dono boosts or anything, so you guys can play along with that. And I also want to mention that all of these get exported out as a VOD for the YouTube channel, which my mods or somebody will post in just a moment, just in case you want to catch up on other things I may have done in the past. So anyhow, let's go. Yeah, I like that. One day you're dubstep, the next you're intelligent dance music. I don't know. Thank you, Mobot. Or 1AM did. 1AM just popped up the link for the YouTube channel if you want to check that out. Okay, let's continue on. Lateral tap. That's just me, guys. You know me. I'm just being me. Me. Fatboy. Lateral Tap would like us to listen to a hip-hop track. All right. We're going to be doing some hip-hop, everybody. This track is called Mezzanine by the artist Massive Attack. Massive Attack hails from Bristol, UK, and started as a collective of musicians influenced by punk, hip-hop, R&B, electronica, and reggae. Current members are Robert Danaja and Grant Marshall. But they collaborate with a wide variety of musicians. Massive Attack is probably best known as providing their song Teardrop for the medical drama House. Oh, love that show. How many of you guys love House? Come on. The song Mezzanine is the title track of the album from which both songs originated, dated to 1998. Okay, Lateral Tap. Is he in here? Is Lateral Tap in the house? I don't see him in the house. Oh, by the way, hi, Jakin. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got here, guys. We be hipping and a hopping in the hip, hopping on a hop with the hip. And I'm sorry. My bad. Why do I recognize this artwork? I'm gonna love this.
I'm a little curious of you in crowded scenes and how serene with friends and fiends. We flew in strollers too, illuminated gently. Why don't you close
A little menacing bass line down there.
You got that heart made of stone. You should have let me know. You could have let me know.
We'll go till morning comes and traffic grows and windows hum.
Vibing a little
Week with your
9 Inch Nails.
Give me evenings and weekends.
I don't know, maybe that's just me.
I could be yours. We can unwind all these other lovers. All these other lovers.
Something about that kick, I mean that snare I recognize.
As you watch your name go by, and once a name goes by, not thicker than water, not thicker than mud, and the AK thought it does.
Freaking menacing. Oh, Lisa, that's a good call.
You know that
Sunset so thickly, let's make it quite quickly. Don't frown. Tastes better on the way back down.
I really love what happened now with that little twerk in the rhythm section. Now they squared off with that one kit.
We can unwind all these floors. All these floors. All these floors. Will
True.
lead to mine.
Pink quarter. We are mortal noodlers. Man, I love how they keep leveling up in the arrangements, adding just a little more, couple more Scoville units every now and then. I'm good.
We can unwind.
Frickin' popcorn. One a.m.
All these floors. All these floors will lead to mine. We'll see to all these floors. All these
Giving us a little more of a heaviness now, jumping that into the mix.
we'll see
It almost sounded like there was a little bit of a level rise. Send your wish. I like the power of what's but they've left that other percussive instrument arrangement. Oh, get like a kernel on the keyboards. 3-second rule. How they left the original drum with that really lo-fi, that lateralist kind of vibe to it. You know? I really enjoyed the track. Unfortunately, I had a little oyster on the half lung there with that cough up on the popcorn. And Senorita's hilarious. They're gonna find now that popcorn kernel up in my when they go in for surgery. Probably take it out with the tweezers and let it drop. Clink. This track was really sedative. Not seductive, sedating. And a lot of it to me had to do with actually the bottom end. As how the basses kind of changed a little bit in production and stepping up and adding other bottom end bass arrangements on top of each other. I was also really enjoyed the fact, as I mentioned earlier, that in that they squared off a beat, but it wasn't where we were kind of already programmed where the one was per se. So when the beat squared off, they left that other drum arrangement underneath it. I really like that. I also I believe he put this down as hip hop. Maybe there's no other genres. You know, then again, the genre list probably be about 200 deep if you really had to follow it all. I really liked that the tones in their voices and the speaking aspect of it, where they were in the register and how they were talking. You know, it was still rhythmically kind of in a groove, but it had that. More of a storytelling vibe, maybe a little bit more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Slam poetry-ish, kind of poetic reading of it instead of maybe melodic, percussive to be a hip-hop track. I don't know. Trip-hop. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there were double drums there. There was an original setup of it, which had that really lo-fi snare. I think Aman and I forgot who it was we're talking about, or maybe it was Lisa, that it had a very weird little vibe to it. Then there was another pattern that came in on top of it. I mean, truth be told, the tempo didn't change. It was just the syncopation of where that locked up, I think. Did I say it right? I don't know. Something like that. Okay, what's coming up next? Oh my goodness. The Driver 458. Guess what, guys? We're going to go back to some video games. We're going to be listening to some Hades. And we're going to be checking out here from Hades 2, Mountain of the Gods. This is the sequel, at least to me, to last week's Dono. Yeah, I just listened to that again, funny enough. On the coast from Hades 1, you play as Melanoe, the younger sister of the main character of the first Hades game. In Hades 2, the Greek gods are at war with Kronos, the Titan of time. He has captured your family and every underworld main character from the game. This song, with live orchestra this time, thanks. Oh, good. We get to see live orchestra from Austin Wintory, which is really kind of funny because in Texas it's snowing. You get it? Austin Wintory? No? Okay. Melanie is at foot of Mount Olympus in a resting area before she fights her way up the mountain. Well, quit banning me, you guys. I can see it from here. I'm watching. While most of the song essentially a reprise of On the Coast, in the last minute or so, there is an addition that brings a very hopeful vibe. Made me tear up first time I heard it. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. I thought it was funny. I thought it was not funny. It was not funny? Okay, I'm sorry. You know what's funny is why skeletons don't like to ride roller coasters. It's because they don't have the guts. Great separation in the horns. This is very Austin though, right? If you love him from Journey, the video game. Ooh. That was beautiful right there. Amon, do you have the tip jar? Those points in the movement, it just makes you go. See, it's stuff like this that I can hear merged with a Tool song. Remember we talked about this? Totally Arabic. That's why I said Austin Wintory, Journey, that vibe. Like that's his go-to emotional pull. Very big jar Mikusu, Mixisu. Judgment. All of a sudden, it got nice and fluffy and pretty right there. Very nice. This is so big score. Absolutely beautiful. I just loved that piece. John Solo. Yes, I agree with you too about Bastion. I really do. So I don't know. I don't have a really big pool of Austin Wintory music to pull from the many things that he has done, most likely. One thing that I have noticed in the small realm of his work that I've listened to is he's a master of pulling that. I just have to say it this way: that kind of Arabic pull and vibe of going back and forth between, two changes per se, but yet weave such intricate arrangements in between that I know we're joking around with Amon and stuff, but that Phrygian mode and stuff like that lends itself to that. Even if you don't know what that means, or if I was to play a Phrygian, just the mode in of itself over one of these things, it's that particular set of notes over a chord structure that just lends itself to this kind of vibe that it makes you kind of, in my head, when I see the colors and stuff like that, it makes you kind of serpenty, kind of slithery, kind of, kind of sure you're not sure. You're sure that you're not sure, but you feel like you're enlightened, yet you have a little bit more to learn, and other, cultures, the Celtic sounds and stuff like that vibe around that whole kind of a thing. And so, having a tonic or something that rings through, or something that you can zip line off, there's just something about it, man. It just hits you in a certain way. But I'm going to go back and finish saying, I would love to see a Tool Austin Wintory merger for the next album. Wouldn't that be great? One song, just one song. I haven't put out that video. I was thinking of constructing that video, but I didn't have time. Maybe I'll do it after I get back from taking care of Mom. Anyhow, so yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Beautiful track. Absolutely beautiful track. I loved every bit of it. Austin Wintory is a madman. Lisa Wolf. How are you, Lisa Wolf? Lisa. Oh, we're going to listen to some of Lisa's music, everybody. So let's sit down nice and comfortably, see what kind of a rinse she's going to take us through. Lisa wants us to listen to Liquid Cap 2023 remastered. So guys, everybody here in the chat, I love it too when if you can share your music. This is a place to do it. And wait a second. Disregard the dono message. Are you talking about the one that's below it? Where you're talking about that one? Not saying that it's a great track, but it makes a dubstep. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, the Streamlabs one. Okay. So the message is here. Funny. Message is disregard the dono message. I'm kidding, but it has other stuff here. I want to say originally this track is around 2013, possibly as late as 2015. Instead of telling you what makes dubstep different than drum and bass, why don't I show you? This is a liquid dubstep track. And while the LFO is more than what you heard on the D&B track earlier, it's not nearly as strong as you'll hear in other dubstep subgenres. Oh my God, it has subgenres too? But the rhythm and the melody are strictly dubstep and the backbone of the genre beyond the LFO bass line. The two-step is a super important and actual backbone of the genre. So the two-step rhythm. The name comes from the fact that I was listening to Ice Cap from Sonic 3 and wanting to capture the same icy reverb with some heavy bass. Ooh, good night, Scorpius. Okay, let's do this. This is our very own Lisa Wolf schooling me with some of her music. I like that. Teach me, Lisa. Teach me. I was wondering where we were going to place that next kick. That's great. There it is. I'm sure it's something to behold with some headsets or something that has more of a response to the lower frequency, but I can hear it. I love your choice of your little mallets that you're using for each sequence. That's a unique chord pattern there you got going there. This chord. That one. Oh, nice. I love that. More of the send of the piano coming out. I like that. Was that little you put in there? Lisa, that was badass. That was really badass. Somebody had mentioned something before, like sci-fi ambient, or sci-fi something. I can't remember what the reference was as a genre. First of all, thank you for that. That actually does clear my head a little bit about differentiating the genre style, if you would. But what I really enjoyed in that is that you had a lot of little sequences going on in there, and they were all mallet oriented pretty much. Though some of them were kind of more brash, more like a bell sound, and then you had some of these muted, kind of maybe sine wave plucky kind of vibe in there. But I loved how you managed the tones in each one of those little arrangements. But then when you brought in a little bit more of the energy towards the end, the piano sound that you were using there, it sounded like you were only just pushing the send through of a reverb or something like that. And I really liked that because you didn't hear, there was no collision of the hammer hitting the pad as a mallet addition as much as it was catching the tail end of that sound. Like maybe it was like a really long pre-delay or something in that. So you weren't hitting the mallet and stuff like that. But very well done. I liked it. It was very trance-like, not like trance in the genre, but I was just kind of eyes half shut through the whole thing. Just kind of, yeah, that's how we do it. Yeah, that's what it's about. Well done. Lisa, you must have a ton of tracks. Yeah? That's so wonderful. The journey that you've gone through, or the journey anybody who's older, and you go back and you just look back and how many thousands of tracks and stuff we kind of tweak on and stuff like that. And you know, it's mind-numbing. But I really enjoyed that. That's one of my top ones from you. So I really enjoyed that. As a matter of fact, my friends, if you enjoyed that, Here, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. If you guys want to go over there and put that in your playlist or something. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in here, Lisa, and hanging out. Hot chicken in a diaper. Dropping in hot. Oh my goodness, parachuted in with $385. Kidding. Probably going, no, it was only $3.80. Kidding. I'm totally kidding. All right, so hot chick in a diaper is amongst us, but she likes, I think it's a she. Hot chicken in a diaper or hot chicken, whatever. Likes to lurk. Like, probably back there lurking right now. Maybe, perhaps. Very quiet. Lurk. So a hot chicken in a diaper would like us to listen to a band, and this band is called The Receiving End of Sirens. That's a band? Or is that yeah, it's a band. The name of the song is The Crop and the Pest. Wow. It sounds like something for a like botanical headbanging track. The Crop and the Pest. Get my saw. Fuck. I'm sorry. I imagined that. I'm just saying. And the message is just dropping by. I'll catch it on the VOD as usual. Oh, she's going to catch it on the VOD. Some great layering in this track. I want to know what you think. All right. Let's go. Oops. Almost blew it there. Hey guys, here we go. Ooh, I love the kick sound in this. Ooh, great engineering. Is that a bass making that tone back there? It is. The answer call in the vocal range is unreal. I love the meandering around the sequence. Yeah, definitely pulling on the punk influence. This is so wonderful, this section right here. Ooh, love that. That whammy thing, that, oh yeah, totally. So far, everything's had a wonderful little sequence hiding behind it. Kind of skirting on a little metalcore vibe there. As if I know what I'm talking about. This was a wonderful track, Hot Chick in a Diaper. One of the things that I noticed with this, and you were right about the layering, especially about the vocals. I love this kind of always, when they got into the hook, this meandering answer call back with the vocals, I thought was wonderful. And it wasn't too wide. You know, you got to be careful with that stuff for me in my listening experience, that if it gets too wide and it starts to bounce around too much, they kept that moving around, but they kept it kind of compact between like 10 and 2, if you're looking at the clock. One of the things that I noticed that I really enjoyed through that too is that every part of that song had some kind of a sequence keeping you in there. Some kind of a pattern was happening. At first actually the sequence that or the one thing that caught me up at first was actually that bass tone. I couldn't figure out if that was the bass that held down that first 8 bars, or maybe it was one of the synth sounds that's just on the lower end had a monophonic kind of trigger on it. I couldn't quite tell. There definitely was bass in there, obviously, and it cleaned up, I think, after going the bridge into the chorus or something like that. Then the tone kind of rounded off, because then I started hearing the synth patterns living in different positions in the mixes and stuff. The whole vibe of it, even though it did have kind of pop ambient kind of or pop punk ambient, I don't know. Fail. New bingo card space. Jeeb doesn't know genres. Kind of a vibe. And however, then there was a certain kick into it that did have a little bit of a metalcore kind of a calling for me on it. Obviously, when the chat lights up on a track, you know that with all kinds of fun input, you know that your selection's hitting it out of the park. I just looked them up, and so if this is just for my own here. The Receiving End of Sirens was an American band from Belchertown, Massachusetts, formed in 2003. The band broke in 2008, and a brief unite in 2010 and 2020. The 2020 tour was canceled because of How Do You Do? But they have quite a history here, and they actually have quite a few videos as well. I'm gonna have to check that out as we move ahead. I want to look that up. Occasionally I do that. I like doing that now. Now I'll take a band and just drop it in here, just get a little idea of where they're from, how long ago they've been doing what they were doing. So, yes. Is somebody helping out our friend Lil Fuzz, I believe? Just make sure we get that going there. And I think my mods might be having dinner. I get to mod my own place now. Mod. Okay. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do, I do have a bunch of donos still here. So guys, don't, we're still in Dono Nation. But what I want to do is, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Before I do though, I'm going to do one noob cheese and one queso pobre. So let's enjoy some queso. Are we good with that, guys? To honor the queso. I'm going longer than I wanted to go, but I've capped out on my donos now. So, and I want to get the also longamagalugalis dono in there, or birthday thingy in there as well. So, give me a second here. I'm refreshing everything. Give me 1 second, please. Okay. All right, refreshing. Let's grab some of the new spinners And let's go for some wheel of cheese. Okay, that is not our current wheelie. Let me dirch that. Let's see what we look like here on queso fresco. Not too much. All you noobs hanging out in the back there, this is for you. So let's go for some speen. And I'm gonna take a bite of my Alpha Horus. Alfie Horses. Oh, is it gonna make it to red? Oh, it does! Alu Pinio Bismuth. You just snuck under there with that red, didn't you? Let's see what we want here. Remember, nothing over 7 minutes or it's an automatic punt. All right. We're going to be doing a song from Aimee Mann. Great singer. I loved her version of the California song by Zeppelin. This track is called How Am I Different? You guys ready? Let's do this. You are the winner of the queso fresco. Whoops. Damn. Oh, almost blew something. Stand by. Oh no, Maki died dead. Here we go. Oof, that was close. Almost ended the stream. Doctor, I'm calling me out.
Cause this show is too well designed to will to be held with only me in mind.
It's a dodo bird.
How am I different? How am I different?
Modulation right up in your face before the first minute. Let's go. Drop it back down. Nice.
How am I different? I can't do it, so move along. Do you really want to wait until I prove you wrong? Don't tell me, let me guess. I could change it all around if I would just say yes.
Love what that piano part's doing back there.
How am I different?
And there's a lot of playful guitar tone switching up going around here too.
How am I different? Just one question before when you fuck it up later, do I get my money back?
Nice bluesy
I can't do it.
chord
but
warping.
as for you, can you in good conscience ever ask me to?
I love that upright piano vibe.
'Cause what do you care about the great divide as long as you come down on the winner's side? How am I different? How am I different?
A little touch of a Shelby Lynn here.
Just one question before I part. When you fuck it up later, do I get my money back? Just one question before I part. When you fuck it up later, do I get my money back? Just one question before I part. When you fuck it
They've been
up
playing around so much with the guitar tones. I love it.
money back.
What a great track. Her voice sounds phenomenal. And I think we're all kind of vibing on it. You know, I love watching the comments talking about the tone of her voice. For me, she had nice, really fun chord structures in there that gave you lift and release and lift and release. And I was also, as I listened to it, I mentioned a couple times through it all, the fact that it's got, there were so many different guitar tones played around with that. I'd say there was probably about 5 or 6 different guitar tones that came in with their own arrangements and lived in their own little pockets in the mix. The laid back drum engineering as well. And I listened to the lyrics a little bit, but I didn't, you know, when she cursed a little bit, it was very nice. It was very well done cursing. It wasn't an emphatic. It wasn't emphasizing cursing. It was just use the word fuck. You know, and I guess if you say it that way, then the word fuck doesn't quite have the same kind of fuck meaning. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I just went there. I'm sorry. It's stupid. Sorry, everybody. Now, look, I'm sorry. DR and everybody's. That's it. I went over the line. I am now going to get banned from the Twitch. Yes, ADHD is right, Mason. You nailed it. Speaking of ADHD, you see what my hair's doing here with this little curly round thing here? What the hell's going on with this? The hell? Sorry. I'm so vain. You think the story's about you, don't you? Okay, wait a second. Okay. Queso Pobre coming right up, everybody. Here we go. Reverse ducktail. That's my life story. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. After this Wheel of Cheese, I'm going to take a little break, and I'm going to come back, and we'll do a couple more Wheel of Cheese and finish up the donos. This is going longer than I thought it would be, but then again, I'm not going to be back for a couple of weeks, so might as well. Here we go, guys. Let's spin. Oh, just right past Patty Cakes, sis Boomba. Oh, almost rated and went into red. Dial 97. Let's see what we got here. Let me see. Wants us to listen to a rock track. And this one is called... Oh, maybe this is part of an anime. The artwork looks like it might be. I don't know. You guys tell me. The band is called Nowise, Nowise. And the track has some Asian writing I don't understand, but in parentheses it says Lonely Dog. You guys ready? Here we go.
Nice.
I like this a lot. I really do like this line. This is great. Roadkill, I couldn't agree with you more. It's mind-numbing. Cool bass. Trippy stuff happening with that trap hi-hat. Yeah, I'm on with you on that chaotical war. You're so right. Well, Japanese musicians don't seem to be afraid of mixing genre styles and then standing out of limbs. Very well put. I love what the bass is in there. Oh, that's a cool graphic. Absolutely phenomenal track. Absolutely freaking phenomenal. You know, I'm watching what Lisa and other composers and musicians are saying here, or even if you're just, you know, audiophile, you can't help but feel that just, yeah, Japan is light years ahead in production, I think, over Western music, but not because Western composers and songwriters are not thinking in this capacity, but somebody left a comment that was so freaking true, which is that they're beholden to the record companies. You know what I'm saying? And my father, we talked about this a few times on the stream. My father used to say, well, if You know, the American marketing machine and the American record companies is if it's not the same hot dog, they don't want it. Sometimes you take a hot dog and you put different spices on top, you know, mustard, ketchup, and then this hot dog is still a hot dog, but now we'll put a little tomato, a little onions, and a pickle on this, but it's still the hot dog. You know, they chase that vibe where I think the Japanese composers, songwriters, and stuff, as I don't know if it's SB or Lisa had mentioned something else about the genre tropes and stuff like that, but they're not afraid to blend and put things together and take chances. I think they're at that very mind-opening aspect of creativity where they don't even see these as taking chances. They have unbridled creativity. And because it's, you know, the market from the Japanese composers, or let's say the Asian composers, because there's still Korean composers as well as I've actually heard a few Chinese composers have just such mobility with their songwriting skills. You know, even though at times I kind of go back and I go, oh yeah, I could see where they maybe pulled some of this from maybe some 70s style this and maybe some 80s style this and so on and so forth, but they've made it their own. And, you know, I don't say that music from that part of the world is better than Western music in this. Once again, I just want to reiterate that it's not better because composers in the West don't have the skill set. It's just I think composers and songwriters in the West are just locked into that. You know, this is what the record companies want. This is the only way they think that this is a possibility. You know, in a perfect world, I wish I can take artists like Ado and Now I See and other things, and then sit there and with the top 5 vocalists in the pop world in America and say, hey guys, let's all sit down and listen to this stuff together, you know, and just see where there's like a, you know, kind of I don't know, there's that part of me that wants to just break the glass ceiling and I'm sure these artists know of each other. There's no two ways they don't. But I can't imagine that. I don't know. I'm talking bubbles now because I'm freaking old and I'm tired. I'm not tired, really. Okay, guys, let me stop my hard drive. Stand by. Let me turn off my hard drive.